Okay, what due diligence is required regarding food? Um, so if you're flying to Turkey soon, or hotels that serve alcohol, right? I have an approach with food, and that it's an approach of precaution, right? And so there's a couple of things. One of them, you have to know the default ruling on things. The default ruling on meat is that it's haram. Understand this, that if you were to just walking on the street and someone just hands you a plate with some meat on it, can you eat it? You don't know this person, the person wearing a balaclava, shades, you can't see their face, you don't know if they're Muslim, and they give you meat, can you eat it? The default ruling is no, right? If you know for certain it's been slaughtered, fine, no problem, right? You can eat the meat, right? And in certain situations, like if you're in a Muslim country, so you're in Turkey, and then for example, and then you go to a restaurant, it says halal, it's going to say halal, and you get the meat, no problem, no problem. You eat that, that's fine. That's with meat. With other types of food, the default ruling is that it's going to be halal, right? Fruit, vegetables, fish, for example. So bear that in mind. So in Muslim countries, generally it's fine. I would be careful in this is due diligence. I would be careful. Like if you go to Saudi Arabia, just ask them: is it local, mahalli? They call it local meat, or is it imported from Brazil? Some of the ulama have gone to Brazil to check the places out, and it didn't inspire a lot of confidence, right? But Allahu A'lam, I'm not saying it's haram, but just if you want precaution, and many, it's normal, they won't even get offended by it, right? And you can just eat the meat that they have, that's sourced locally, and that's not a problem. If you're really unsure, like on an airline, you can just get a vegetarian or get kosher, and that's halal, right? Kosher meat, generally they have high standards, and when they slaughter, certain standards need to be met, and that's fine in Islam. So as for hotels that serve alcohol, go out and eat. It's easier. But if you are in a place where there is alcohol, just ask. Does the food come into contact with any alcohol? And if you have any doubts, go find food elsewhere. It's not too difficult, right? It's not too difficult. I've stuck by this, for years, and I can recall one incident where I was peckish late at night. It was actually in Ramadan. I was hungry late at night, and I was in a hotel, and I just went to the vending machine and I got some chocolate, and it's not a meal, but you won't die if you skip a meal, right? Generally. So Allahu A'lam. But in Muslim countries, it's a lot easier. In non-Muslim countries, like in the West, like here in England, when it comes to meat, I just go by HMC. It's the safest one. There's the HFA standards, but they allow the stunning of chicken, and the issue is really with chicken, because chickens can die from the shock before the slaughter. But the HMC don't allow that. So that's a safe and more precautious standard, and that's what I follow. You're free to follow whatever you want. We can't say for certain that HFA is haram or anything like that, so you're free to, but this is the safest one in our deen, and Allah knows best. Okay. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you and your loved ones are keeping well in this hot weather. Yes, alhamdulillah. And one of my loved ones is this fan that I've bought. I was worried that that the fan is going to interfere with the mic, because it is coming straight onto it. But I suppose this sponge thing helps, and I suppose there's something in the algorithm that also filters out the white noise from the fan. Okay. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.